Hello again, it's Brian Ingle with the Chris Fritch team at eXp Realty, and in today's video we're going to go over the pros and the cons of Andover, Minnesota. Andover, Minnesota is a suburban city in Anoka County. Located about 20 miles north of downtown Minneapolis, it has a population of approximately 32,000 individuals. It's also known for its family-friendly atmosphere, strong school system, and abundant parks and trails. Now we're going to hit on some key features in this video. So one is going to be education. Andover is served by the Anoka-Hennepin School District, which includes highly rated schools. We're also going to touch on the economy. Now Andover is primarily a commuter city with some local businesses and retail centers. We're also going to touch on the community. Andover hosts events like the Andover Family Fun Fest, and there's just a general strong sense of local engagement. Safety. We're also going to discuss safety. In Andover, although it's generally safe, some minor property crime issues do exist, as it does in most suburban areas. We'll touch on the outdoor life, because Andover features over 400 acres of parkland, including the Bunker Hills Regional Park, hiking trails, and sports facilities. From a recreation and sports perspective, Andover offers some of the finest athletic facilities in the state. From a housing and real estate perspective, it's primarily residential with a mix of single-family homes, new developments, and acreage properties. Andover provides a suburban lifestyle with access to urban amenities in the Twin Cities area. Now, the pros and cons of living in Andover, Minnesota. One pro, education system. Andover is part of the Anoka-Hennepin School District, which offers highly rated schools, strong academic and extracurricular programs. The Anoka-Hennepin School District happens to be the largest school district in the state of Minnesota. As of 2023-24, as of that school year, the Anoka-Hennepin School District operated 51 schools, serving approximately 37,000 students. The district operates 24 elementary schools, 6 middle schools, and 5 traditional high schools, along with alternative middle and high school programs. Legacy Christian Academy is the one private school option in the city limits of Andover, Minnesota. According to greatschools.org, the Anoka-Hennepin high schools rank like this. First, Andover High School. They received a 7 out of 10. Champlain Park High School received a 7 out of 10. Blaine High School received a 6 out of 10. Anoka High School received a 6 out of 10. And Coon Rapids High School received a 5 out of 10 rating. Now, on the downside of the educational system in Andover, Minnesota, while it's strong, it lacks private and charter school variety options found in larger cities. Another con is that parts of the city of Andover do attend different high schools other than Andover High School. Some areas go to Anoka High School and other areas go to St. Francis High School. So it's important to understand the various school district boundaries within the city of Andover. Another pro is the economy. Steady home value appreciation, a growing local business community, and proximity to job opportunities in the Twin Cities area are really good in Andover. The downside of the economy is it's really limited with major employers in Andover, the city itself, making commuting almost necessary for residents unless they're able to work remotely. From a community and future projects, we're seeing population growth and well-maintained infrastructure and planned projects like the Nightingale and Crosstown Boulevard roundabout, which will improve traffic flow and make it safer for pedestrians and drivers both. On the downside of the community and future projects, some road construction projects, like the roundabout installation, may cause temporary disruptions. In Minnesota, we have a joke. We really only have 2 seasons, winter and road construction. Another positive for Andover, Minnesota is safety. Low crime rates compared to nearby urban areas make it a secure place for families. Now, on the other side, the con for safety is there are some minor property crime issues that exist, as in most other suburban areas, which I mentioned earlier. On the positive side of Andover, outdoor life is awesome. There's over 400 acres of parklands, including Bunker Hills Regional Park, and trails, lakes, and picnic areas. Now, on the downside of outdoor life, we're not going to beat around the bush. The harsh winters limit your outdoor activities if you're not going to go outside 3 to 6 months out of the year. Or you can learn how to skate or cross-country ski and be outside almost every day. On the positive side for Andover, the recreation and sports is awesome. There's a strong youth and adult sports program community, plus access to golf courses, hockey rinks, and pickleball courts. A lot of pickleball courts. At the center of Andover's recreation is the community center and the YMCA Health Club. The community center is made up of a field house and 2 indoor hockey rinks. The rinks are also used for indoor soccer during transitional spring and fall seasons. So the field house is used a lot for pickleball. Open play and lessons and tournaments all are done there, as well as basketball, volleyball, and various sports training and tryouts. On the downside of the recreation and sports, there's just fewer entertainment options in the suburbs compared to Minneapolis, so you're going to need to drive into town for professional sports events. Pros and cons of Andover, Minnesota housing and real estate. The pros: strong home value growth. The median home price has increased significantly. They're saying 26.3% year over year as of December 2024, which makes it a good investment, long-term investment. On the downside, rising home prices. The strong demand has led to increased costs, making entry difficult for first-time homebuyers. But if you are a first-time homebuyer, consider checking out the first-time homebuyer down payment assistance programs that are readily available throughout the state of Minnesota. Another positive in Andover, Minnesota is the spacious lots and newer homes. Many properties offer larger lot sizes and newer homes compared to urban areas. Now, on the downside, there is limited housing diversity. Andover's made up of mostly single-family homes. There's fewer condos, townhomes, and rental options, unfortunately. It is a highly desirable suburban market. High demand due to good schools, low crime, and family-friendly atmosphere. On the downside, the winter market always slows down. The real estate activity in Minnesota in general can slow down significantly in the winter, impacting both buyers and sellers. On a positive note, the proximity to Minneapolis and St. Paul, it's a 30-minute commute to major job centers while maintaining a quiet suburban lifestyle. On the downside, it is a longer commute for some, and many residents work in Minneapolis and the surrounding areas, which leads to traffic congestion during peak hours. I remember back in the day during my commute to downtown Minneapolis in the past, I found it a perfect podcast episode drive, 20 to 30 minutes. Another positive for Andover is the future growth and development of infrastructure projects like the roundabouts and road improvements. This enhances the long-term appeal of Andover, Minnesota. On the downside of the new development impact, ongoing construction and development may lead to temporary disruptions in certain neighborhoods. Another positive for Andover, Minnesota is lower property taxes than most metro areas. It's not the lowest property taxes in the state, but Andover's property taxes are generally more reasonable than the inner ring suburbs. So if you're considering investing in Andover, here are some pros and cons regarding investing in Andover, Minnesota. From an investment potential, we're seeing strong home appreciation. Home values in Andover have risen significantly, making it a solid long-term investment. Another positive is the high demand for single-family rentals. Limited rental supply and a family-oriented market create opportunities for investors. And that's good because Andover is made up primarily of single-family homes. But on the downside of that, or the con, is there's limited multifamily apartment options. Many properties are single-family homes. There's just fewer large-scale rental investments. On a positive side, it's a desirable suburban market for an investor. Families prefer Andover for its schools, its safety, and that leads to lower vacancy rates. Now, on the negative side, seasonal slowdowns. Rental turnover and demand can dip in winter months due to Minnesota's harsh climate. Back to the positives, we have some good potential for short-term rentals. While not as strong as urban areas, the proximity to outdoor recreation and events may create Airbnb opportunities. Recent rental market trends show low vacancy rates. Rental homes are in demand in Andover, Minnesota, particularly single-family properties. Another trend we're seeing is rising rental prices. Limited inventory has led to increasing rents, which benefits landlords. So there you have it. The pros and cons to living in Andover, Minnesota. If you have questions about Andover or any neighboring suburbs of the Minneapolis-St. Paul, Minnesota area, feel free to reach out and we'll be glad to help you find the right suburb for your next home. I'm Brian Ingle with eXp Realty. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found this information helpful.